comes to the aspects of building and starting one's business, you really do not know if you're doing the right thing, what the outcome would be, and especially the clause that every business owner is scared of, which is failure. My name is Deborah Ezeh. Welcome to the Big Small Business Show. With me today is a young man who has taken a very seemingly different path in the business world. Adedamola Ogunyebi, who is a graduate of psychology from the University of Olabisi Onabanjo, took a different path when he ventured into being a DJ. Yes, you heard me, a Disc Jockey. We go on a short break, and when I return, we get to meet Adedamola, also known as DJ Moore. Stay with me. So tell me about your journey. How did this whole DJing start for you?
Okay, first off, let me introduce myself properly.
Okay.
I am Demola Williams, by the way.
Okay.
DJing started for me way back as at, let's just say from way back, but professionally, I started with DJ KYs at 2018.
Oh, nice.
So before DJ KYs, I've actually been learning how to DJ through somebody which is DJ Immunity at my area. So he taught me how to be a DJ virtually. So that's through virtual DJ. But professionally, I went to DJ KYs as at 2017, 2018. So that's when I started my journey.
Okay, so for many people who really do not know who you are, what brought up the whole DJ Moore? Because you introduced yourself as Adedamola Williams. That was slick anyway. So what brought about the whole DJ Moore? Okay,
DJ Moore started from the hood in the trenches that we know now.
Okay.
But more, I got it from Demola.
Okay.
So Demola gives you more. So that's how it is. More. So I give you more. So that's how I got DJ Moore from.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
So how long have you been in the business?
Okay, professionally, I would say 4 years. Unprofessionally, I've been in the business for like 8 years. That's doing my thing while I was still in school. So just doing my thing, bro. So before people knew the real DJ Moore was officially 2018 when I went to DJ KY's Academy.
When you say school, Nigeria has this notion that once you're a DJ, once you're doing all of that, you know, thingy, you either an illiterate or you didn't go to school and whatnot. So when you mention school, can you give us like an insight about what you mean?
Okay, if you don't know, DJ Moore is a psychologist. I went to Olabisi Onabanjo University, studied psychology, and it is not just about being the notion of people saying that, okay, you have to be an illiterate before you go into, it's just like a passion. There are some people that go into fashion designing. There are some people that go into shoemaking, that does some kind of shoes. You wouldn't call them illiterate because they decided to go with that. Some people go to school to learn. Yeah. And after that, you do what your passion, like what you really have passion for. So my passion is into the entertainment world, and I feel like I fill in the gap with being a DJ.
So does psychology come in when it comes to creating music?
Yes, it does.
How? Please explain that.
Okay, as a DJ, normally you have to be psychological aside school or what, because you need to read your crowd. You need to know what your crowd wants. So playing the music, I can't be playing the blues when people want to dance.
So how do you know people want to dance? Do you get to
it's the
ask them about
it's the atmosphere.
Wow.
So I look at the crowd, you slot in 1-2 songs, you have to trust, your crowd needs to trust you. For example, now you're going to a gig now and nobody knows DJ Moore. Probably just one person knows DJ Moore, but okay, I felt this DJ Moore at one event I went to, why don't you come and play in my event for me? So I go there and nobody knows me, just you, because you know that, okay, this guy can pull crowd. So now, the song that I might have played that got your attention, or how I played that got your attention, can be different from other people.
Okay.
So once I get there, I play my songs and I look at the crowd. I see the connection that I'm getting from them. If I slot in the first, the second songs, the crowd needs to like appreciate what you're doing. Once the crowd gets in line with the songs you're slotting in, the synchronization, trust me.
Psychology and music, that's really loud.
So that's how it is.
Take us through your creation process in the studio. You create in the studio, before. Okay, just take us through the process of the whole.
Okay, first off, I own a music production studio. Besides DJing, I have my own studio, More to the World Records, where we record artists who are good in their line of music. So my recording process, it depends on the mood. It depends on how I feel. Like, okay, if I want to just do a mixtape now, I could just be like, okay, let's do something new. Depends on the new songs, the songs that are trending, the songs that people actually want to listen to. So you know that, okay, these are the songs that people are vibing to at the moment, the rave of the moment. So you put your stuff in with that and let people enjoy what's going on, both the new and the old. It's just a way of bringing all them together.
I'm actually curious about the equipment you actually use in making this magic. But before we go into that, we go on a short break, and when we come back, you give us what it is back to back.
Definitely, that's what I do.
Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. So before we went on the break, I said you take us through this equipment. So what are the things you use in creating magic for us? Okay,
professionally, you need to have a controller.
Okay.
So a controller depends. It's either a turntable or a controller itself. The controller is the Serato, the Pioneer, and the different stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's what we see as you do shiki like people talk about. So those are the controllers that does the magic. The turntables itself, they do the magic themselves, but they are the old ones. They are the people that you're professional at what you're doing. But the controller is more advanced. It helps you synchronize and do some one or two things with it. So basically those are the things that I use to create my own magic. But besides that, you could actually use your system, your virtual DJ.
Really?
And you do what you have to do.
Are you joking?
Yes, because it's not everybody that can afford the controller. The controller now, especially with the economy and how things are going high, the things that back then we were learning that you feel like, oh, this is so and so amount, it has skyrocketed to like ×2. So an average DJ that wants to go into the business industry or wants to come into the entertainment industry and he doesn't have enough money to get the controller and one or two things, could be discouraged by that. But trust me, if you have your laptop as a DJ, if you have your laptop and your virtual DJ, you're good to go. Just know how to slot in the songs and your crowd will dance to it.
But because it looks so, like when you sit there, it's all drip and you feel like, oh, this is actually a very expensive, venture.
Yeah.
I didn't know you can actually like do that virtually.
Yes, you can. But at the same time, doing that virtually wouldn't, people now, virtually, people have had this mindset of virtual DJs are the 10,000 naira DJs. They are not.
I like that.
They are not paid above that kind of standard. Like they already have their notion that they're using a virtual DJ. But you see some DJs that bring in the controller, bring in everything, bring in a drum pad, bring everything to you, and be like, this DJ is mad. I can pay him like 200,000 naira. But what the sound that he's going to produce, might not be as somebody that will bring in is just his laptop, which is virtual DJ and knows how to put in the songs that will put the people in the mood. So putting people in the right mood and you having all your own equipment and not putting people in the mood is two different things. But people would really like to see the fact that you have all your equipment complete. So you have to pay you handsomely. Nice. But if you bring in just your laptop, you'll be like, this guy, maybe just give her a small tea, maybe give her a drink, maybe drink and chop. That's
really,
how
they do it.
They do that. Like they'll tell you that, okay, if you tell a DJ now could tell you that, okay, I'm having an event now, they'll come and meet you, they'll buy drinks worth of like 100 to 200,000 naira, more than that. And you're pricing a DJ, you're telling the DJ that, wait till, well, let me give you 10,000, 15,000 naira. Maybe you go chop, you go drink. And I'm like, yo, it depends on some kind of DJs. They accept that. And there's some those DJs that will let you know that, yo, this is my minimum charge. This is where I am going to charge. This is how I'm going to charge you. So it depends on how well you know your job and how confident you are with your job. So that's what makes you charge people.
So what would you say is the most rewarding part about this business that you're into?
Getting the crowd along. Me doing my thing and I see that the crowd is, I was going to use the F word, but me seeing that the crowd is really vibing with me, like, this guy, yeah. So the most rewarding part of being a DJ is if you know your art and craft well, if you can make sure that people are happy. Because trust me, the DJ is always the life of the party if you know your job well. If a DJ is bad, the party is bad. If a DJ is good, the party is good.
Yeah.
If the DJ is the best, the party is the best. And if DJ is more than the best like me, the party is more than the best.
Say that again. If the DJ is what?
More than the best.
Like
then,
you, then
you have DJ more.
I know, right? So tell us, what are the skills that one needs to have to be a very successful and good DJ?
Okay, the skills that you need to have is one, determination. You need to be determined that, okay, this is what I actually want to do. This is what I want to feed on. It's not just having DJ as a side hustle. If you put DJing as your main priority, like the bankers put in their job as their own main priority. So if you put in your DJing work as your main priority, that's your determination, you're good to go. If you can outline the songs that people really love to sing and people really like to dance to the wave of the moment, that's another thing. Synchronization is the most important thing. Putting one song to match in another song at the same time.
Yeah, that's actually, I think that's where the psychology also comes in, because sometimes I wonder, like, how did you know this will fit with that?
It's sometimes, it's not about studying psychology in school. It's about studying psychology in music too. So for you to know the psychology about music, you need to know that this Burna Boy song has to go into this Wizkid song. The 100 tempo can go into 100 tempo, can go into a 96 tempo.
So where do you see yourself heading in this venture in the next, should we say 5 years? 10 years, 15, 20?
5 years is too far now.
Okay.
You didn't even say by the end of the year.
Okay, by the end of you're really determined.
Yeah, 100% determination into it.
That's actually a skill. I believe you now.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing myself in the next 5-10 years. I've been into these things for a very long time, so I think it's the right time. I'm ripe now. I think it's the right time for people to know who DJ Moore really is worldwide, not just in my geopolitical zone.
Nice.
So it's for everybody to know who DJ Moore is everywhere, all around. Because if you check my social media handles, it's more to the world. So definitely.
Not more to Africa.
Not more to Africa. Not more to Nigeria. Not more to Abeokuta. It's more to the world, to every part of the world.
So yeah, there are people who would watch this.
Yeah.
Some confused, some not having to like strike a balance to what they want to do. Now let's imagine young people that want to venture into this, act of DJing. What advice do you have for them? Stay
put, stay determined, and wait for the next interview between me and this my very nice host.
Right.
In the UK or probably somewhere else.
I know.
So we will now be gisting about telling people how it really is, how the industry really is, how determination can get you to the next level. So we're not in the next level yet, even if you are starting to be in the next level. So basically, you just need to be determined. You need to put your hustle first. You need to put your mind to whatever you're doing first, and put God too first. Like I always say, God first, every other thing follows.
Thank you so much. It was really good. No, I want to use the word, I was really ecstatic, or I am really ecstatic to have you.
Wow, that English goes far. For those that didn't go to school now, you don't bust their head. But
thank you so much.
It's an honor to have a pretty woman like you too.
Thank you. There you have it, everyone. There is no limit to what you can achieve in life. This episode is proudly sponsored by AFRICUNIA, your #1 go-to for fresh farm produce. You can visit their social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram at AFRICUNIA. Till I come your way on my next episode, remember, anything is possible. Dream big, stay focused, and make it happen. I'm Deborah Ezeh. Bye for now.